I'm Tom Wintles from Bristol. This is my AP1 Honda S2000. Reason for choosing the Honda S2000. One of the big reasons was my family, my dad, really helped me to choose the car. Another one was friends. So my friend's dad had one. I was looking at other cars like Nissan 350Z as well at the time, and it really came down to I wanted a two-seater sports car, and I quite like the Japanese branding. But I think what really sold it for me was with my dad getting on board, helping me decide. So once he gave me a seal of approval of which one he preferred, I think that really helped me make the decision to go for the S2000. Obviously, it's a fun car anyway. It revs up to 9,000 RPM, two-seater, convertible. It was just great fun. So once I found the right one, it was inevitable to go and buy that car, really. So I've owned the car 7 years. And bought it standard from Honda at that time, and from then just done a few things. So it's the first time I've ever modified a car. I've never modified a car before this one, and just got the standard stuff. So bought coilovers, bought wheels, bought exhaust. Nothing special, but just got rotor wheels, D2 racing coilovers, and body club exhaust, which I actually still have on the car now. And what really got me into the spoon build was I met Anthony, the European distributor of Spoon Sports, at a Mimms show. And from there we were talking, because I was asking about the brakes, doing the big brake kit and going down the rotors and pads, what would he recommend. So after that, speaking to Anthony, went down and seen him because he don't live too far away from me, only in Western. So 40-minute drive, I was down at his office, so we're speaking about it, what we could do, what my plans were for the car. And at that point I didn't really have any plans, and then he asked me basically would I want to build a full spoon build, and he would help. So at that point that's where it was no return. Started buying a few spoon bits. I think my first bit ended up being my rear diffuser, so the spoon carbon diffuser. Then we went to the front fenders, bumper, bonnet, rear bumper, and then wing mirrors as well. And then got us the rear spoiler. And then the final bit to the exterior was my coupe top, which now has been on, I think, about a year or so now. So that was my exterior build of the car. But we wanted to go into more detail. So after that, we really looked at the suspension, the interior, and what else Spoon could offer. So did have D2 racing coilovers, and then since then I've actually bought the full Spoon racing coilovers, rear tail arms, and oversized ball joints as well, to complete the suspension kit to go with the Spoon. and my brakes. Always wanted the Spoon calipers, which that was the first bit I ever bought for the car as Spoon. So we've got Spoon monoblock calipers with Dixel discs and pads. My current wheel setup is Yokohama Advan Racing wheels, RS2s, which are 17 by 8s on the front and 17 by 9s on the rear, with Yokohama tyres, which are 225 45s on the front and 245s 40 on the rear. Got Spoon Sports blue lug nuts to go with that one as well. So currently looking at changing my wheels as well. Hoping Spoon are going to be releasing the new wheels, the new forged wheels in 17-inch form. If they don't, then I will be looking at going down the Rays C28s. My current interior, I've got the first generation Spoon carbon Kevlar seats with Takata harnesses, Spoon Sports half cage, and well, pretty much all the interior Spoon currently offer for the S2000. So I've got the steering wheel with the Gen 2 horn button, so the blue and yellow button, the Spoon Sports Boss silver 6-speed gear shift, and the interior rear view mirror blue glass as well. Also have just recently stripped the interior, which still not finished on yet, so looking to tidy that up more, but carry on the build for the interior as well, and also potentially looking at going to the full cage, which Spoon currently offer. The colour of my car is Bermuda blue, which is the OEM colour from Honda from factory. Car has been fully resprayed, obviously when adding the parts in, so the bumpers, the bonnet, as it's all changed, obviously they were painted from the fiberglass. The only original parts actually on the body at the moment now is the doors and, well, half the rear arches, because quite a lot of that got cut out for the over fenders, but they were resprayed obviously in the process of new parts being fitted. Engine bay at the moment is fairly standard currently. I've got Spoon Sports strut brace, Spoon head cover, carbon plug cover, Spoon Sports radiator and hoses, and just then the K&N Typhoon air filter. I have got a few big plans for the engine bay, which will be coming up soon. I've got a bottom mount Rotrex supercharger. Also looking at getting the engine bay completely tucked and smoothed as well, just to finish the build off, especially with the engine. There's a lot of room in there, so to make it all nice and smooth would look really smart. My favourite parts for my car, quite difficult, because I do like obviously the Spoon Sports product, but I think my favourite part has got to be my wing mirrors, my coupe top, and my Spoon Sports engine cover, which has been airbrushed to have Iron Man on there. The reason I like the wing mirrors is because they're quite rare. You don't see many S2000s with those. Same with the coupe top as well. Again, it's the rarity, but also how much it changes the look of the car. And obviously my head cover, I just like Iron Man. My number one part has probably got to be something which I couldn't buy. It was offered to me at a Honda Euromeet by Spoon Sports Japan. It's the certification plaque of my car, which is a really big honour to have. I only know there's only 2 in Europe, one being in Portugal and the other one being my car, to be certified from Spoon Sports Japan for a car they haven't built, but to recognise the build of the car, the parts were used and what they expect the quality of it to be. Also, when I had the plaque given to me, we had the Spoon Sports team sign the interior of the car. So I've got 4 signatures out of the 5 head bosses currently for Spoon Sports Japan, which is obviously another really big honour to have, to go with the car, to obviously go with the theme of the vehicle, and it just ties it all together really, really nicely for me. I think the reason I chose Spoon parts is, one, I really like the looks of their kits. It's aggressive but also functional at the same time. At the end of the day, they use them for racing, so they made the parts to work for racing. But also not only that is the quality of the parts. They are obviously being genuine Japanese parts. It goes with the car better. It's a S2000 and I wanted it to be right. It's the first car I ever modified, and I didn't want to go start buying replica parts like I did at the beginning. I bought rotor wheels, and that it just, even though I liked them, it never sat right with me. As if I'm going, because once I took the opportunity to build the car, it had to be right. So used all the genuine parts for the car. So obviously that's the reason, one of the main reasons going to the Spoon for the Spoon build. Also the attention to detail with it all was a big part of it. So it's been fun building the car. It's been really, really good fun. Obviously, like every car build, like everybody will tell you, it has its ups and downs, your frustrations. Sometimes you just put the car away and just forget about it. It means a lot to me, this car, and to finish it right is what I want to do, and hopefully in the next couple of months it will be done.